Hey there, you Wilson?
Yep.
So, Willie, what's the problem?
Ants.
Ants?
Yeah.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem at all, really. Well, this is a pretty nice place you got here. Where are the ants you've been seeing, by the way? Where are they mostly located?
I'm not sure. They seem to be everywhere.
Everywhere, huh? Okay. We'll see. Interesting. You see, ants are colony creatures. You know what that means, big guy?
They live in colonies?
Precisely. You see, what that means is that if we find this little colony, we can take care of your whole problem easy peasy. And it's usually not too hard, neither. You see, they have favorite places they like to build, either little cracks or holes in the wall, and I haven't found a single one my whole time looking over this place. Is there anything you haven't told me?
I don't think so.
Well, how long you had these ants?
6 months, maybe 5.
Oh, surprised they ain't moved in already.
Moved in?
I ain't seen one ant since I've been here. If they've been given free reign for 6 months, or 5 since your memory ain't exactly working right now, you think they would have set up shop all over this place. They'd be taking swims in your sink, naps in your bed and whatnot. They'd be swarming.
Well, I mean, I kill them when I see them, and I use the traps.
Well, you must be one hell of a trapper, because I don't see any sign of ants on, in, or even around your walls.
You don't?
Look, sir, it's not my job to question your judgment here. I'm just an exterminator. But am I here to kill 50 ants, or is it like 5?
I swear there are a lot. I just don't know where they are right now. I mean, can you check my room one more time? That's where I see them the most.
Lead the way. I'm still not seeing anything here. You know, I could still spray though, just see if that does something for you.
Yeah, let's go ahead and spray.
Alright. You get me? Here you go. And hey, if you want 2 extra cents from me on it, colony might just be at one of your neighbors' places, They like coming here for food. That might be it.
You think?
Yeah. If I were you, I'd be asking my neighbors about ants. Yeah, that's what I'd do.
Well, actually, do you know anything about bug bombs?
Well, a lot. And a bug bomb's a pretty big leap, by the way. You should be really sure before you bomb this place.
Well, spray for now, but I'm not opposed to bombing.
Yeah, sure, your house, not mine. Wilson, right?
Yeah.
So, I was just going over the notes I had on you, but just to start, what's on your mind, Wilson?
Ants.
Interesting.
I keep seeing and feeling ants.
Would you mind elaborating more? When did this all start?
So, I guess it started about 8 years ago. I just bought my first house, and around that time I had a good job and a steady girlfriend, and things were looking up for maybe the first time in my life. And then a few weeks after that, that's when the ants started. And at first it was just like 1 or 2 here and there, but then they just kept coming, and I could feel them crawling on me. And I think around then is when the panic attacks started. And I used traps and every home remedy I could find, and they were just still there. Then I bug bombed my house, and I thought everything would be fine after that. I was getting ready to propose to my girlfriend, and I was going to ask her to move in.
I take it the ants were still there at this time?
Yeah, they were still there, and I figured they had to be coming from somewhere, so I began to just tear up carpet and put holes in my walls, hoping I'd find something. But after a few weeks, I just destroyed my house, and there was no colony, and the ants were still there, more than ever this time.
Go on. What happened next?
I drove myself crazy. I obsessed over these ants. I wanted to move, but I had to know where these ants were coming from. And plus, this was the house I'd bought for a family. I felt like I had to protect it. I went over every inch of my house, inside and out. It became a personal mission. I had devoted myself to finding these ants, and it wasn't until my girlfriend broke up with me that I realized I had to move. I looked up and realized I had wasted 2 years of my life.
So you never found where the ants were coming from?
No, I did. They're coming from my head.
Do you still see these ants?
Yes.
Do you see them now?
Only when I'm alone. Usually.
Usually?
There was one time when my girlfriend and I were still together.
Yes.
We were being intimate.
I see.
Actually, that's something I've never been able to figure out.
Perhaps it's that you were comfortable enough with her that your own mind began to consider that you were alone in that moment. Especially during sex, there's very interesting things that happen with the brain. You and your partner...
No, she saw them too.
Interesting. What do you make of all this?
I don't know. I felt affirmed at the time, but looking back, it's the only other time someone has seen them. It was just a solitary ant crawling across my chest, but she saw it. And now it's the only anomaly in my theory that I'm going absolutely insane. Is it possible that she was having delusions too?
Well, I have two explanations. One is considerably more plausible than the other.
What?
Well, the first explanation is pretty simple. She actually saw an ant that day. It's not unlikely that there's the occasional ant in your house.
Maybe. But someone else would have seen one too, right? I had like 5 exterminators search my house.
On the other hand, if we were to assume she shared in your delusion, then there could be, yet far-fetched, another explanation. Had you two talked about the ant situation beforehand? Well, this is odd and only a theory, but perhaps your girlfriend, what was her name again?
Sandra?
Yes. So perhaps Sandra had become acutely aware of your desperate attempts to get rid of these ants, and in a subconscious effort to both sympathize and connect with an emotional and sexual partner, she began to take on your delusions, albeit momentarily and subconsciously.
Is that possible?
Possible is the key word. While they're uncommon, the brain is capable of very dramatic and unbelievable things.
So I'm still crazy.
Crazy? No. You're simply experiencing a prolonged delusion, perhaps brought on by trauma, or in your case, a rejection of the responsibilities of adulthood. Home ownership, marriage, children, having an occupation. Your mind may have put this up as defense mechanisms so that you could be distracted from and generally avoid responsibilities. I think we should be meeting weekly. Does about this time next week work for you?
Sure.
Well, see you next week. All right, Wilson, could you go ahead and count down from 10 for me?
10, 9, 8, 7.
Can you hear me, Wilson? All right. All right, we're looking pretty good here. A few pull-ups, around here, but they're likely benign. Huh, this is odd.
What is it?
There's something like grooves here running parallel to the intestine. They're actually pretty deep, like something's worn down the inner lining. Wait, look at that. Way down there.
A growth?
Looks like it's moving. Let me see if I can get a closer look. Ants.
What?
We found ants in your colon. There were a few at first, but then there was a wall of ants, like they were hiding from us. As we went down the ascending colon, the whole camera went black. They attacked it. And then before I knew it, they were...
They what?
I think we should involve someone else. Frankly, I've never seen anything like this. Though I doubt anyone has.
Tell me what happened.
They had climbed the length of the tube and made their way outside. They began pouring out of... I'm sorry.